Helliwell stud colours, Gage Roads. The light goes on. They're set to run. Certainly an open betting affair, the last. They're off and racing. Winning the start from the inside, Trespassing. Out first with Mystic Jane showing early speed up there. Fine Touch going forward as well, coming over Gage Roads. Then Biamala through the first 250. Playing Quest down on the inside of Mean Machine, a length and a half defending. Close at hand is Next Sale Session. It had settled right back with a couple behind it, going out toward the 1100 mark, and they included Special Sort. And the Geraldton Galloper is back last of all, Forbidden Apple. They go to the 950 where the leader is Trespassing. 3/4 of a length in front. Mystic Jane working 3 wide. No luck here in the middle part. Biamala over on the inside. Fine Touch is fourth. Gage Roads is beautifully placed. About 3/4 of a length. Then Sale Session, which is tracked forward 3 deep. Over on the rail, Playing Quest. Then Mean Machine. Outside of it, close at hand, defending. Special Sort urged along and whipping them all in. Forbidden Apple. Inside the 500 they head, and Trespassing will be the first for the judge over Mystic Jane. Fine Touch down on the inside, trying to find a bit of daylight. Next on the outside then, Sale Session coming into it from close at hand, and back behind those defending as they race past the 250. Sale Session comes at Trespassing. Sale Session reaches the lead now, gets about 3/4. Trespassing starts to extend, comes away. The last is all over, bar the shouting. Sale Session's going to win and win well. Sale Session scored, beat Trespassing close at hand. Fiori's got a treble this afternoon. Then came Gage Roads, next in Playing Quest, followed further back behind those. Then when they'd pulled up, Fine Touch, then Mystic Jane defending. Special Sort, Mean Machine, Forbidden Apple, and the last of them in is Biamala. Lucy Fiore rounds out the day on a big note. Sale Session, number 10, ran favourite. Punters certainly getting it right there, and what was an open betting affair. Sale Session eventually running favourite ahead of Playing Quest, and Lucy has delivered in spades this afternoon. She and Chris Parnham have dominated the card. They've ridden 6 of the 9 winners here today. And Sale Session, another of the progeny of Sessions to win. From 6 runs, he's now won twice, placed 2 times. He's run 130.24, winning by a length and a quarter. 2 lengths, the margin second and third, prepared by Dan Morton for Oakland Park and Carol Morton. Once it was able to get square with Trespassing, the pacemaker, you could see it that Sale Session was going to dominate. Trespassing battling on Pat Carberry into second placing for Sue Olive by Invader from Tick Tick Bloom, and third number 2 close at hand, impending from Miss Supersonic. Clint Johnston, Porter for Grant and Alana Williams. Gage Roads was fourth, just in front of Fine Touch. 10-12-2-5 here, and it's Sale Session. Came off a month and a half between runs last time out, when second behind Eccentric Nature. Had won, of course, before then, beat Barramundi. We know how good that form is. And Lucy just allowed Sale Session to cruise up to Trespassing and then give him a little dig in the midsection at the 200 mark. A reminder to put his mind right on the job and then really push him through the line. And he's certainly been most effective in victory in the last on the card. Sale Session in the famous Oakland Park Silks. Too strong for them there as we head down now to Lockie and also winning trainer Dan Morton.
Thanks, Darren. Yes, Dan joins me now. Dan, congratulations on the win. Sale Session, talk us through the last 7 days with this horse. Obviously scratched from the Piper last Sunday, but makes amends today.
Yeah, we just weren't 100% going into last week, so it was disappointing scratching because we thought we were going well, but we just had to tread water for a bit and go today. So if he pulls up good, we'll be on a short back up into the 1800 next week just to get us back on the right leg for a derby. 1500 metres up to 1800 metres off 7 days. Does he show you all the signs behind the scenes that he is a horse that will get out in trip? Yeah, he definitely does. Like I say, the big target's the derby at the end of it. So it looked like a fairly soft gallop there today, so he gets a good opportunity next week.
I'm sure your confidence only grew in run because Lucy lobbed a beautiful position from an Orchid Alley.
Yeah, it was always going to be difficult difficult, draw, but we thought, we'll just go back and, just try and, get on the back of something. And you're right, it just worked out beautifully for him.
Looking forward to seeing him again in 7 days' time. Well done here and good luck next week.
Thank you.
There's Dan Morton after winning the last with Sale Session, and Lucy Fiore. She's been in super form over the last few months, and once again she's catching up with Scotty after a treble.
Exactly right. It's another wonderful day in the saddle for Lucy Fiore, who joins us here. Luce, talk us through the run. It's obviously a wide draw on paper, but it looked like it panned out quite nicely.
Yeah, Dan gave me good instructions from barrier 12. He said just ride him cold and make your mind up as you go after, see where you can finish off. But yeah, definitely cold early. He's really fresh. He was in the prelim. I didn't think I'd be able to settle him, and thankfully he jumped calm enough, but there just wasn't much speed early, and I ended up lobbing 3 deep with cover, which was perfect, and then he did the rest. You
lobbed 3 deep cover, was perfect, but then the 100 to 1 pop wasn't going to take you to the top of the corner, so you sort of had to go out and around him.
Yeah, he was really honest. Like I said, I hit the front really early. He had every chance to lay down and he never stopped, so yeah, he was really honest.
It was this time last year. Lord Vampy won the JC Roberts. This horse, if he backs up off 7 days and lines up against his own age group, can he measure up?
Yeah, for sure. I think that his main thing will just be if he settles, which he kind of did today. But yeah, off a backup should be good.
Congratulations, Lucy. Well done.
Thank you.
There's Lucy Fiore. What a day it's been for Luce in the saddle, and she combines with Dan Morton and Sale Session to take out the last of the day. The Roberts, Scotty, we've spoke about the boys perhaps not being the strongest group of 3-year-old colts and geldings, especially with the omission of a horse like Too Soon, but Sale Session, he won't be far away from a horse like Gorgrun at 1,800 metres.
No, exactly right, Lockie. And I think the other added bonus for them off the 7 days there, as Lucy said, maybe that'll help him settle a little bit more over the increased distance. But for the boys, I've been trying to work through a likely field, even with Too Soon coming out. I couldn't get past 8 runners. I just can't imagine it's going to be a big lineup over the 1,800 for the boys. You probably add in your dad's horse that won the maiden in Aces to Win. You probably add in With Discretion, who won the Class 1 on the same day. You add in that horse, Sale Session, but then you take out a couple of the stragglers at the back, you would think, as well as Too Soon, who was the winner of the Lex Piper. Small field. I still think that the girls at this stage have got a little bit on the boys.
So that's what we're looking forward to in 7 days' time, but a cracking day here at Ascot. It always is on Irish Day. They come in droves, and the racing has been of high quality.
It certainly has. We've seen a couple of really good stories here today. Our Rocky Bay has to be probably the winner of the day, having been run off on the corner on the quick spin around. He's just one tough nut, that horse. And of course, away from Ascot too, Tessa Daly's horse, Zero Blue, takes out the last. She's here on course. She didn't go to Narrogin. She was on hosting duties at a Racing WA event. But from all reports, she tore the roof off when Zero Blue hit the front.
And I can understand why, because Zero Blue was $20 into around $7.50. So hopefully Tessa Daly and Mac Hall have had a great result at Narrogin. But that's all we have time for here at Ascot. Bluff Knoll tomorrow afternoon. It's going to be exciting. Who's your early tip?
I'm Snowdome. Lockie, I think it maps out really nicely for him. High speed, high pressure, Norwich, Oxbridge, Divine Belief. They're going to run hard and fast, and I think that Snowdome can park in behind that speed.
That's all we have time for here at Ascot. It's good night from us.